welcome back to Funnelheads. Today we have part 2 of our bracket challenge, our March Madness food challenge for Carnival Cruise Lines. If you missed part 1, I will link it in the video right here as well as the description box, so check that out. But today we are going to be declaring a food champion. This video we are collaborating with Brad from Coach Cruise, so make sure you check out his bracket challenge as well. We do differ on a few different things, which was interesting to see. We also did a live last Tuesday to see what the viewers agreed and disagreed upon, and although we were close to them, there was definitely some surprise disagreements, so it was really cool to see. We're also going to be doing a live this Tuesday as well, so if you want to catch that, we will be live. You can, put your input in, ask questions. It'll be a good time. I'll put that link also in the comment section as well as the description box once we have that. Now, if this is your first time visiting the channel, welcome. We do regular cruise content here, so if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, share the video with family and friends. It really helps the channel out, and we appreciate it. But let's get right into today's video. Alright, so starting off with our first matchup, Vista versus Panorama. We have the #1 steakhouse versus the #2 pizza place. Now, I love pizza on cruises, specifically late night after a few drinks throughout the day, but it's good at any time, especially if it's a short line and you can just grab and go. Beautiful snack to have, fresh. I mean, you could literally have a pizza made from scratch in like 20-25 minutes, but typically they have cheese and pepperoni ready to go, but it is no match against the steaks specialty dining. Now, we say steaks, dining here because it is called differently on certain class ships, so we're just making it easy. But we have never had a bad meal at the steakhouse. Some of my favorites: the filet mignon, medium rare, lobster ravioli. Literally every dish that we've had here has come out fantastic, and it's an experience at the steakhouse. Of course, you're going up against a free venue compared to something that's pretty pricey, nearly $50 per person. But in our minds, if there's something to treat yourself with, during the cruise, a lot of people, might get a spa or facial, or spa. Some people might get a massage or, facial, or buy themselves, some souvenir. We recommend going to the steakhouse to treat yourself. We typically go on the very first day because you do get that free bottle of wine as well as an incentive to come there. So in saying that, the steakhouse is definitely moving on. Now, next up, we have the #1 Guy's Burger versus the #2 Cucina del Capitano. And this is another, free food venue versus, specialty dining, which is a little bit per person. Not as much as the steakhouse, but still you're, pretty much comparing apples to oranges here. But we are going to have to go with Cucina del Capitano. Now, Guy's Burger is something that I absolutely have to have at least once per cruise, usually a lot more than that. But, fresh hamburgers grilled right in front of you, put all the toppings that you want on it. Of course, you can pick one of Guy's Burgers, his creations, but I just prefer, cheeseburger or a double cheeseburger, and then just put all the different sauces and condiments on it. Absolutely wonderful, and a pretty quick way to eat for lunch or like a very early dinner. But Cucina del Capitano, special place for our family. We absolutely love sharing dishes. The portions on these plates are absolutely ridiculous, and I mean, we've never had a bad meal at Cucina del Capitano, especially on the Carnival Mardi Gras, where it is a free venue to eat. One of our favorites is the eggplant parm, chicken parm. Of course, they have so many different options. Who doesn't like pasta, bread, butter, oil, all of the salads? Just wonderful, a great experience. And I love how they really make it a family feel Italian venue with all the different interior design and decoration. So Cucina del Capitano, moving on, beating Guy's Burger. Moving on to the next bracket and our first matchup, we have the Glory versus Celebration brackets, and we have the number 1 Blue Iguana versus the number 3 Mongolian Wok. This one is a very close one. However, Blue Iguana is going to be the winner here. Blue Iguana is one of our favorite free venues on the ship. You know, you can get breakfast and lunch here. Now, they have so many different options for the Blue Iguana Cantina, and that is going to be why it's a clear winner. You know, you have breakfast, whether it's breakfast burritos or huevos rancheros. For lunch, of course, lunch burritos, tacos. You have the hot sauce station, all the different condiments that you want. Definitely load those tacos up, load those burritos up. It is an amazing way, you know, to start your day, or an amazing lunch as well. Michelle really enjoys the taco salad from the Blue Iguana Cantina. So again, so many different options. The Mongolian Wok is one of my favorite places on the ship, but it is, you know, kind of a one-trick pony. You can, of course, kind of customize your dish, pick out, you know, your different noodles, fresh vegetables, what kind of meat you want, whether it's, you know, shrimp, beef, or chicken, kind of mix them up. But at the end of the day, it is a wok, and it's steamed, you know, veggies and noodles. So, and I can typically only eat it like once a cruise, because it is such a hot dish, especially if you're going somewhere where it's rather hot, like the Caribbean. It's kind of a hard dish to eat, you know, during lunch, especially if you're trying to eat it outside in the sun. I do prefer my Mongolian Wok with the Szechuan sauce, which is the spicy sauce. So imagine eating that, you know, on the Lido deck in the bright sun. You know, the dish is hot, it's spicy, you're sweating because of the sun. It just makes for a bad day, or a bad lunch, I should say. But definitely delicious. Probably a little bit healthier option, but going to have to go with Blue Iguana here. Now, for our last matchup in this bracket, we have the number 1 main dining room versus the number 3 sea day brunch. And main dining room is going to be the clear winner here. Now, we absolutely love the sea day brunch and try to do it once a cruise. You know, the menu is so different. They have so many delicious options. However, it is, you know, a brunch. It's before lunch. So having, you know, these really heavy meals at that part of the day sometimes is, you know, a bit of a struggle. You might need a nap afterwards. You might need to walk it off, you know, upstairs on the jogging track. It definitely makes you a little bit sluggish the rest of the day, but a wonderful experience. But hands down, main dining room is one of our favorite places to eat, especially with Little Man. Different menu every night, entertainment, service. Now, that being said, the main dining room is going to be moving on. Now, moving on to the semifinals, we have the Specialty Dining Steakhouse versus the Specialty Dining Cucina del Capitano. Of course, you know, they are both an upcharge, so the steakhouse being a little bit more, but here the steakhouse is going to be the clear winner, unfortunately. I love Italian food, but again, the steakhouse it feels like you're treating yourself. It's just an amazing evening. You can make a, you know, romantic evening out of it, or just enjoy, you know, whoever's company you're with, but just a great way to spend at least one of the nights, so I highly recommend it. Now, in the other semifinal bracket, we have the main dining room, which is free, versus the Blue Iguana Cantina. And here, the main dining room is going to come on top. Again, the Blue Iguana Cantina has lots of different options. Definitely, you know, one of our favorite places to eat, to grab a bite. However, the main dining room, you know, has a different menu each and every night. A lot of things that you may have never had the opportunity to try before. You can try it there for absolutely free. Service, entertainment, it is moving on. Now, for the grand finale, for the championship, we have the Specialty Steakhouse, which is a pricey pay option, versus the main dining room, which is a free option. And this could not be any harder of a decision. I went back and forth a few times, I'm not going to lie, but at the end of the day, I have to go with my gut. I know I'm going to have a lot of people disagree with me, but that's okay. It's just an opinion. Everybody has one. But let me know in the comment section below which one you would have chose out of all of these food options. But I'm going to have to go with the main dining room. Not only is it a free option, but like I said so many times before, you know, this is an event going to the main dining room. You have wonderful service, different menu every night, a lot of different foods that you may have never been able to try or afforded the opportunity to do. You can order several plates for free up to the, you know, the third one where there's an additional $5 cost. The service is wonderful. You have entertainment, you know, from the crew, you know, singing, dancing. They involve, of course, all the guests, especially kids. Little man loves getting up and dancing with the crew. You have magicians that will come around a lot of times to the tables and visit to show, you know, the table magic tricks. You get to know the crew in there. A lot of times you'll have, you know, the same servers each and every night, so you really become you know, friends and family with these people. And on the last night, you know, they sing that terrible song that, you know, everybody really does enjoy, but it is definitely sad, you know, that you're leaving a Carnival fun ship and, you know, they don't know when you'll be back again, but hopefully soon. And it always gets us each and every time. But again, it's an experience. You sit with your family, your friends, whoever you came along the cruise with. Sometimes you'll you know, sit with strangers. You know, they're strangers the first night, but by the end of the cruise, you know, they're practically family or some of your best friends. A lot of times we have kept in touch with those people. It's a time for, you know, family to come together. Again, friends, talk about your day, you know, what you did, what you expect to do tomorrow. A lot of times, you know, kids, especially older kids that are in Club O2 or Circle C, you know, they have kind of free reign on the ship and they don't see, you know, their family a lot or whoever you traveled with. So it is a time to kind of have dinner all together and catch up and have those family moments. So main dining room for the win. I know a lot of people are going to pick the steakhouse. And I could have gone either way here. You know, again, the steakhouse is an amazing night out. Comes at a price, absolutely wonderful. Highly recommend that you give it a try at least once per cruise. But let me know in the comment section below. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. That's okay. Tell me why that I am wrong, and I'd love to read through them. So hopefully you enjoyed, you know, this series. We're going to have more series with myself and Brad from Coach Cruise coming up. We're going to probably, you know, steer away from the food for a couple of weeks at least and get into some other, you know, rather fun rankings, or I think they're fun rankings anyway. So hopefully you stay tuned for them in the near future. But as always, thank you guys so much for your continued support. Hopefully we'll see you right back here in the next video or on a cruise ship one day. Catch you later.